Hey guys, just before this video starts, I wanted to let you know we have got merch. Myself and Ritchie have come together with a brand new design, which is linked in the description down below. Head over to our Teespring, check out some of the designs, and see if there's anything that you might like.
Here it is. It's been a while. Ah, Michael.
Brandon, welcome. It's been ages.
Far too long.
Yes.
Way too long.
I'm glad you decided to come. Seems we have many important things to discuss. Please, come on in. Come on in.
Of course.
It's rather chilly out here. The breeze.
Oh, it doesn't bother me, but...
Yes, and not that probably bothers you, does it?
No, that is correct.
Yeah, so welcome back to Grimshade again. It's been ages that you visited. Though things haven't really changed much.
Yeah, still looks about as much I remember.
In this world, wondrous creatures, dragons, and wizards all live in harmony. These sorcerers join together in 4 guilds, mastering all kinds of magics and spellcasting. Divinus Magia, Grimshade, the Wandering Coins, and the Protectors all compete in the Grand Magic Games to become the paramount wizarding establishment. Welcome to FairyTail Origins.
Hey, from the moment of my opened eye, been looking for a guiding light to lead me on my way. Yeah, lost, struggling to make the top. A slipping grip can't hold me up. It's the game of life we play. When everything comes crashing down.
But there's a few things I wanted to discuss with you in terms of things we've been discovering as of late. First and foremost, it seems that Bree's identity has been revealed.
Oh.
Which is rather troublesome, yeah. But
And who was that? Who discovered?
my poison dragon slayer.
Oh, one of your own.
Yes, one of my own. It seems they were suspicious of her identity, so they followed her to the dragon sanctuary. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about was something far more pressing. I spoke to Ritchie about this a few days ago, but it seems an old friend of mine has returned.
Oh.
Yes, he goes by the name Eden now. And his magic is terrifying, to say the least.
Oh. Really?
Yes, it's... He uses Arc of Embodiment.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, slightly terrifying. And it's entirely possible that he's even stronger than I am. Which is even more worrisome.
Really? Huh.
And it's been 8 years since I've seen him. But please, if you'd like a drink, obviously grab whatever you want. Though,
Oh, no, I'm good.
yeah, it's a bit early, don't you think?
It
Otherwise,
is.
please step into my office so we can discuss matters in a more private space.
Of course.
All right. Well, yeah. Regardless, I'm worried for the future of Atlantide, and it seems I've discovered even more interesting issues at hand. But please,
I see.
I was told there was something you wanted to talk to me about as well.
Ah, yes, there was. I was just off the beaten path of the guild the other day, and there was something I picked up in my surroundings, actually.
So
It was started out with a noise.
a noise.
Now,
Okay.
it wasn't any noise, it was a rather unfamiliar noise.
Mm-hmm.
And it had no mana reading, as if it wasn't there, but it was.
Interesting. So, some form of being of sorts, without a
Quite
mana
possibly.
reading, you say.
It was there,
That
but it
is-
wasn't.
Interesting, to say the least.
Of course, being an air mage, I can pick up anything as long as there's a slight breeze.
Exactly. Anything
And-
in large radius, even.
And there was nothing, but you could hear it. It was there.
Mm-hmm. That's troublesome.
It is. I wasn't
I
quite
have a
sure
theory.
what it was.
I might be able to explain that, actually. So as I explained to Zaro, or Bjorn is what he goes by now, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Bjorn is his name. As I explained to Bjorn, so my version of Shadow Magic is special in the fact that it uses spirits. And something maybe even you'd be able to understand is that I don't leave traces of magic wherever I go.
Of course.
Because of that. So, when I use my magic, it's entirely contained to me and myself alone. Which means whoever killed Reaper at the same time, as I explained to him, used my type of magic without being able to actually be me, obviously.
Yeah.
So, that leads me to believe that whatever you've encountered has to deal with spirits themselves. Because oftentimes spirits can exist and coexist in our world, although it's very rare for them to still be among us and in this realm.
Yes. It's
But,
understandable.
They are beings without mana readings because they obviously are no longer alive. Or at least they don't show up with mana readings in our world.
That's for sure.
Theoretically, it
Peculiar.
should be harmless, but odd for them to be even remotely close to our dimension. They tend to stick towards their own.
And for me to be able to hear one,
Even more peculiar, to say the least.
that is very peculiar.
Exactly. Which is even more interesting because recently, during the Grand Magic Games event, I mentioned some words to David that were supposed to be kept secret, I suppose. Right?
Oh.
You see, with every human, right, with every wizard, mage, human in Atlantide and the entire world, we have our spirits attached to ourselves, obviously.
Of course.
But more than that, our spirits are tied to other spirits as well. More specifically in familial bond, right?
Yeah.
So, I am tied to whoever my parents were, though I don't know who they are. There's always that tight little pinch or pull in the direction that they belong, but I can never find them. But I also felt something similar when I fought David, but much stronger. A pull that was close to him, right?
Yeah.
Something that spanned dimensions. I have a feeling this was a family member of his. I think you know who
really?
I'm talking about.
Of course. There's only one person it could be.
Exactly. But more interesting, I can learn a lot of things from these spirits just by understanding their emotions and their memories. And when they watch over those spirits who are they connected to, they can also share memories, in a sense. Because
Interesting.
spirits still have the ability to feel emotion, essentially.
Of course.
So, what's worrisome for me is why would there be not only a spirit that is manifested itself through noise, but seems to be connected to the island somehow.
Yeah.
If you have any thoughts on why there would be, or anything
Yeah,
that would be
that's a
welcome.
troublesome one.
Something very worrying about that kind of connection, or maybe lack of connection, which means it's a free spirit. And free spirits generally, well, idiomatically are, sound great.
Yeah. Sound great,
Realistically,
but not really not. No.
very dangerous. Yes. They have the ability to do and think and be whatever they want to be, and that's problematic, needless to say. If one were to manifest itself as myself, or you, or Ritchie, if it could even gain that kind of power, it would be in danger, needless to say.
Huh.
What's even worse is if that connection was related to the two of you somehow. What does interest me, though, is... So, remind me something really quick.
Of course.
You and your brother are from a different dimension, correct?
Yes.
Is,
We both.
Salode, correctly?
Salode, yes.
So... I've been wondering this for quite some time. But in Salode, it's essentially a parallel universe, correct?
It is.
Parallel world.
Yes, parallel
Where-
world.
Whereas there's a version of myself here, there's possibly a version of myself there.
Oh, quite possibly, yeah.
Okay, so theoretically speaking, if our spirits are all connected, it's possible that our spirits are also connected to the ones in the different parallel universes. Whereas if there's a me here, there's a me there. So there's a connection there, there's a string that attaches us to each other. Now, if that string is therefore broken, do we lose our own identities? That's a question that I have to ask. But even more importantly is there a connection there? Is it possible that there's a connection between myself here and myself? And then also, does that connection follow through when you go from different dimension to different dimension?
That is
So
very
is it
true.
possible, therefore, that this connected spirit has to deal with this version selves?
Could very well be.
Or maybe it's upset because of that. Maybe it doesn't understand the fact that there's two-dimensional beings in the same dimension.
In the same dimension, yeah. Never actually thought of it that way before.
Interesting.
Definitely need to test more on that.
Yes, I'll be needing to go talk to the spirits, all right, for sure. And I could attempt to head over to the Divinus Magia areas around some time and see if I can commune with him. Or whatever this spirit is that seems inappropriate to say, but haunting the island.
Yeah. I don't know if haunting is the word, but it might get to that point, and we don't think we want that.
Exactly. No, especially not with those protectors on the island. As we all know, they're scared to eat cookies, apparently.
Oh, yeah, they're very fond of those.
Play a game of Escape the Spirit Prison.
Yeah, I dodge the lightning bolts too much for him. I don't think that would be any good for them either.
Yeah. Well, interesting. I'll definitely have to make a trip over there sometime soon.
Oh, yeah, most certainly.
And if you see him, let me know as soon as possible. If you see Eden.
Oh, yes, of
'Cause
course.
It could also be tied to that as well.
That's
I'm gonna
definitely...
warn you now. No one in your guild could keep up with him. It's very, very, very dangerous individual. Okay?
Of course.
And our magics are complete opposites of each other. Whereas he is everything, I am nothing, essentially.
Yeah,
So,
have a point.
he creates, I destroys. So, yes, if you do come across him, please send word for me as soon as possible so I can take care of the situation.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Pun intended?
That was not a pun, but sure, pun intended.
Sure, fair enough. Alright, well, I'll take a look more into the spirit issue and the possibility of soul transfer involved, so try to keep an eye out, or an ear out, I guess, in this case. for it
Yeah.
again and make sure.
Makes it a lot harder not being able to detect it, but only through sound. Yeah,
Exactly. The wind carries a lot of information, so.
it sure does.
All right.
Sure
Well,
does.
I think I need to head to the library then. And take
Of
care
course.
some business. All right.
I'll
Cool.
try and head back to the island.
Yeah, there's a door entrance here, if you'd like to just leave.
Oh,
But yeah,
fair enough. Right
keep
out.
the office separate from the old guild hall. But yep. All right.
Of course.
Well,
No worries.
send everyone my regards.
Of course I will.
And
well,
tell Bjorn,
Yes?
he's doing well, at least. If you see him again.
Yeah, I've seen him recently. He was doing something with Inmo.
Of course.
Some A rank mission I sent them out on. I don't know.
Hair rank. Huh.
Yeah, he wanted to teach the squirt a lesson or something. I don't know. I just give it them and let them do what they're doing.
Oh.
It is Bjorn
and,
after all.
Yeah. Also, we need to get a rematch between your Earth guy and my friend.
Yes.
Still can't believe he lost.
Didn't help the
Anyways.
fact that he was bladdered.
Oh yes, he was, completely gone.
Hmm.
So, I've already taken away his ale for the next month. So,
Oh. That's a good start.
yeah, hopefully he'll be training his Beast Slayer art soon.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
It'll be fun. But in the meantime, things are moving rather quickly. So,
They are.
staying stagnant in one place is probably not a good idea. So we should
That's
probably
true.
get a move on.
Of course.
Yeah.
I will
Alright.
leave you be and
Thank you.
I'll see you
And-
whenever I next see you.
Yep. Send everyone my regards.
Of course. See you later, man.
See you.